Okay, we're working with painting tools in Canvas here. So what you'll need to do for this activity is you're going to open a file that is saved in your student folder. So you'll need to navigate to your student folder, and you'll need to go to your period and go to modules and go to graphic design, and there will be a file in there that will be of a snowman. Let's see, where's mine at? I have to go find my snowman. I got him saved. So we'll open up our snowman once I get to mine here. I have mine saved right here. So you'll find a snowman.jpg file. We're going to open that, and what we'll need to do is we're going to first change the snowman's eyes. So we're going to select a new pen ink color right here. So you can pick a color, and we're going to pick the brush tool and the paintbrush tool, and we could change the size of the brush. So we have basic shapes and sizes here. We could also change different options here, and I'm going to pick a brush. I'll pick this one, make sure that one's selected, and I can go in and change the color of the eyes. Just draw right over the eyes, just like with a paintbrush in real life. So next thing is that we're going to need to change the snowman's mouth. We're going to get rid of his mouth. So we're going to use the rubber stamp tool right here. And this tool is a little tricky to use. So what you'll need to do is you're going to need to press the Alt key next to the space bar and select the place that we want to copy from. So this is like a copy and paste sort of tool. So we want to copy over here on the white. And what I want to do is I want to click then over here on the mouth, and I can slowly get rid of the mouth. So it's copying that white over on the left where there's a little crosshair. It's picking that stuff over there and copying it over onto my cursor. And if you notice, the Alt key will turn that little arrow black and white. So when it's white, that means you're selecting the source. When it's black, that means that you're copying that stuff over onto that new part of the drawing. So we're getting rid of the mouth. So the next step is we need to get a new mouth by going to the pen ink color. I'll pick a different color for that. And we're going to use the airbrush tool. So we go back up into this menu here, and we're going to select the airbrush tool. And there's, again, different settings you can use for that. And we can put new mouth in if we want. And that's not big enough. And notice that as you hold down the brush, it's just like a spray can, it'll become darker and darker. So if I just go up here and just run this across, I can make it less pressurized, so there's less color coming out, or more pressurized, so you can see the difference between those different lines based on the pressure. So, and the longer I hold it, it gets a little darker up to a point. So if I want more pressure, I can change that, just like a spray can, except we can't change the pressure on that. This one we can. So we can add our new mouth in. The next step is asking us to draw some mittens using the marker tool. So we go here to the marker tool. We can go ahead and pick a different color, pick a red, and we can add some mittens on that guy. You can fill that in. It's like a big old marker. That's what we're using here. And we could change the brush size if we needed to. So if that was too big, then we could have changed the size. So we can draw with a marker tool, which is good for big areas like that if you want to color something in quickly. The pencil and neon tools, we can add little details with the pencil tool, so it works just like um, using a pencil. So if I click the black, I can add in real fine details. So if I want him to have some glasses, real thin glasses, I can add those in if I wanted to. So draws a real thin line, and the neon tool, we can add a neon effect. So it sort of has a lighter inside and a darker outside like a neon light would. So we could add that effect if we want. We're going to make a copy of the snowman, so we can copy him by using the lasso tool. So if I pick the lasso tool here, I can pick, I like the polygon lasso tool when I'm working. The only difference between these two is one sort of makes a curvy line, just goes with wherever your mouse goes. The other one is more for straight lines, so you could do the same thing. So we're just going around the outline, sort of like cutting it with scissors, except I'm not cutting right along him, I'm just cutting right outside of him. And now what you'll see are these things called dancing ants. They look like little lines that are sort of flashing. That's what they're called. They're dancing ants. And that says that's selected. So I can go ahead and copy that shape now, and I can press copy, and I can paste a new snowman. That's exactly the same as that one I just selected. So the other polygon lasso tool, that one's just more straight lines like this. So every so often I click and it just makes a straight line around the object. So just depends on what you're trying to cut out. It might be easier just to use one over the other. So if you got straight lines, you can use this tool here, and it'll have the same effect. And then you'll have a second snowman. Oops. Second snowman here. And I'm going to delete him so I don't keep him. So that's working with painting tools.